Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope everybody's all right. I'm a little under the weather today, so I got a late start. I see Nikki was here. Robert, how you doing? Nikki needs your sleep. And Johnny, Sam, how are you? Mount Bluebird, hope you're well. Scott, Tommy J. I think that's it, right? No, Logan's here. I don't know if you were here or I'll show you something because I've got it in front of me. Good evening. How are our thoughts are with the yeah, no shit, right? Yeah, like I said, man, when it first came on, I put something on there makes me feel almost homesick. I mean, I was there for all the big ones in California. Oh, was it 71? All of them. Hey, retirement dreaming, how are you? Hope you're well. So yeah, brought back memories. I guess we had our little fountain up front, an old one that we bought a long time ago, fell over. My wife went back on the tape, the cameras, and it was from that time. So maybe it did shake here a little bit. I didn't feel anything. Uh, yeah, you're there in California now. Yeah, I mean, you were probably there for most of them too, right? I mean, I was right there. I mean, Simi Valley. I lived in Simi Valley. My mom and grew up in Reseda. So all the big nasty ones were definitely I was there for. Um, hey Joe, how you doing? Hope you are well. Uh, don't ever have to be sorry for sure. Um, but anyway, so I'm a little bit and I don't feel all that great. But what I was saying, Logan, I don't know if you saw it before, but all that the phone stuff, I don't know what they call it, you probably know, the lock deal and the vibration deal. I went to put the vibration because some of the people were saying that the the iPhones and the cameras with the sophisticated cameras and stabilization and all that shit, if you run them without having some kind of a isolator on them, that it screws up the cameras. Well, anyway, I found out what one little problem with the China one, and I showed them that. Showed it. I did find the one, okay, and I didn't have time. If you can see it, you can see. Let's see how much longer this one here is. This is the China one. It's not long enough to screw into the frickin' base, and there's no way to really get to that screw. You go down through the hole here with the Allen that they give you, and you tighten it up, and then the other piece bolts right onto this one. Well, this one I ordered and paid a little bit more money for, not much. This one, it is long enough, but the dogs got in here. When they got in here, they took my took this piece and ate one of the rubber isolators. It would still work. I mean, it still works, but I ordered another one. I get in here in a few days. But I mean, it wasn't like it was some kind of outrageous amount of money. It said authentic. So me being the idiot that I was, I ordered it. But sure enough, it came. It was definitely because it only needed to be about maybe two or three threads longer. And let's see, hold on, that didn't work. Let me go here. I'm just curious because I know that they get a lot of money for them in the states because me and Logan went back and forth on it one time, and there it is, 50 baht. So it is. What is that? A buck 50? Buck 50. Does that include shipping? Yeah, it did. Yeah, 50 baht. So wow, a lot of dough. So anyway, I'm waiting for the new one to come. I actually need two, so I'll probably end up using this one. I forgot that I put one on the Forza. I did get I'm having problems. I don't know if I told you guys about having problems registering the Shadow. The guy bought it from a friend of his and Took me a while to register it. When I took it down to register it, the paperwork had run out. Now he's having a problem getting a hold of the guy. There was modifications made on the bike that they didn't like here, so I might have to take it to another area to get it registered in Nitnoy's name. But they just brought back and registered it in, so the bike's registered, but it's still registered in the guy's name. So I'm still working on that, but I wasn't real excited about that. But anyway, it worked out so far. Hey Patty, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Quad lock there. You got it. I really like it, and I haven't had any problems with the other part of the. I mean, they're probably all made in China, right? So somebody just, oh, we got extra screws. Let's just use these ones and shoved them in there, and they don't work. Let's see. Oh, and there's Jake. I didn't see Jake. Hello, Jake. And you guys, I haven't caught any of your videos yet. I got to get on and watch them. I'm sure that it's going to probably be semi hilarious with her van life in the U.S. She's going to dig it, I'm sure. But quad lock is $20, and this one's $3. Is that what I said it was? Just and like I said, I still got it, but I tried to put that one on and tried to put it on, and I couldn't get it on. And I said, you know what? Short of busting the thing apart, I'm not going to do that. I'll just buy another one. Hey, Justin. No, I wasn't. It's over in, like I said, we had one little water feature up in the front of the house that was kind of doing a balancing act, and it fell over, but nothing drastic, Like I remember when the big one, the Northridge earthquake, and I forget what year that was. My mom lived in Reseda, which is right there on Northridge. In fact, she got a bunch of money for fixing the foundation and walls that had fallen and all sorts of shit from it. But I was in Seaman. I was on a big rock, and we just jumped around up and down. But Seaman, luckily, I had a pool in the house that I was renting there. It was on like 3 acres on the top of the hill. It was a pretty cool place. And I also had my motorhome there. So the earthquake went off. I started the generator on the motorhome, ran in and ran. I had one of those big, giant 10-foot satellite dishes. So I was getting all the feeds when no one else was getting. We didn't have electricity. We didn't have water. We didn't have electricity. We had nothing. And as the sun came up, the helicopters were out there flying around in Northridge and Northridge Hospital and all the hospitals down. The company ended up working there for almost 3 years, 2.5 years. I had 47 guys with FEMA money working 24 hours, because what happened was these big giant beams. Oh, these big giant beams, talking with my hands, almost fell off. They were like a half inch from falling off. So they jacked them back in. But the thing was, we worked on an area at a time. Everybody, electricians, HVAC, painters, everybody worked in one area and there was the only hospital pretty much in that San Fernando Valley that was operating. The rest of them were down. And so I hooked it up and I got to see them as the sun came up, saw all the devastation. And we were out of water and electricity, I think, for about 7 to 10 days. I can't remember exactly, but luckily I had the motorhome there. It was full of gas, and had the generator on that. And I could get some pumps, and I pumped the water out of the pool and use it to fill the toilets. And we could take a shower, that kind of stuff. So it worked out pretty good. But, I saw some of the devastation there. I guess some of the people saying there might be 40 people that lost their lives or something in it, and some people that are still missing and trapped. So yeah, hopefully everything goes all right. Hey Gary, how you doing? Hope you're well. And I see Andy. Did I say hi to you, Andy? I don't know. I'm a little under the weather, so my mind's not hitting on all cylinders. But I need to slow down a little bit. So my wife tells me. So I'm not pushing the. Yeah, I might get the kids out. Maybe might go. And people have been. That's another one of my friends. People have been calling me all night and morning. So hey HK, how are you? Hope you're well. Uh, but yeah, so I need to. I don't know. I'm not going to push myself to do it. I am going to try to get it out before we go on the on our vacation. And let me hit the button here. Oh, oh, it's ringing through the computer or something. So anyway, he's probably going to think that something's the matter with me, so he's probably going to keep on calling. Yes, sorry. So I don't know. I never went through what's ailing me, but for the most part, it is uh, diabetes, high blood pressure. I've got two stents or two in my chest. I've got congestive heart failure, and all that stuff was when originally, I guess, happened. I've had it for a while, obviously, probably when I was in the hospital and everything. I've always had these things. And it's me pushing crap to the limit that I need to stop. And that means I need to monitor my fluid intake a little bit better. I need to monitor what I put in my pie hole a lot better as far as for salts and stuff like that. When I keep the stuff out of my system and stuff like that, I feel pretty good. But this doesn't have anything. I just got a bug or something. I just don't feel good. But I guess, get the older that we get, um, at least for me, I have to realize that if I want to hang out for a while and, enjoy my life, I need to, first off, take care of myself better. And I need to stop trying to run in the fast lane, go and do stuff. I'm not going to stop doing things, obviously, but I want to get that kayak in the water because I'm curious, but I'm not going to push it and go, I absolutely have to, and end up doing something stupid. Excuse me, going by myself and, doing stupid shit. And when you rush yourself and push yourself and you shouldn't be, that's when the stupid shit happens. Let's see. I said hello to HK, I think. Ralph, how you doing? I didn't see you there. Who else did I miss? Scott usually catch up. Justin, did I say hi to you, Justin? Are you here? So I hope everybody's well. I know Joe's been a little under the weather, so I hope everything's working out with you, Joe. Um, I know that you had talked about it before, that you had gotten diagnosed with the onsets of Alzheimer's. So I'm hoping that everything works out. I know that because I'm really worried about getting Alzheimer's. I don't know why. I saw my aunt had it and stuff. Hers was more on a mild side, I think. Some can be mild, some can be, real horrible. But my aunt's was. She knew who I was, so that I was excited about that. But when I do, but I know that Aaron is big into herbs and all that kind of stuff, and this root thing or something. My doctor wouldn't let me take it, but it's supposed to stimulate the mind. So if Aaron pops on or Aaron sees this, maybe he can get a hold of you somehow if it's something that you're interested in. I don't know what they. I know that doesn't weed help, or I don't know if you're a ganja guy. I think you are. I don't know, but maybe that would help. I'm going to turn on I have the air set at 28. That's another thing. I have become completely acclimated to Thailand's uh, weather. In case people are watching this and wondering, it took me a long time though, man. It took me probably over a year and a half, maybe. Um, but before, when I first got here, I had my air conditioner set down to like 16. I had them set cold. Now I run at 25, maybe, sometimes even higher. And then here in Surin, we get a good winter that we just came out of, cold weather that we just came out of, and now it's starting to get a little warm. So, but we'll have to see. 730 days to go, 65 tomorrow. So no, you only have one day to go, Ralph. You're 65 tomorrow. You can retire at 65. We need to get your wife on here and give her a what do they call it when you surprise somebody and an intervention on how you need to retire already. And of course, if you can afford it, people jump all over me and say, "Well, this guy said you can retire even if you only have $1." But anyway, Ralph knows what I'm talking about. Mama isn't there with that. Yeah, you need to get her on board because I think it's feasible, right? You could do it, but she wants you to hang out and put a little more. I'm gathering dough in the bank. I'm is what I'm imagining. I don't have a clue. Yes, I do. Amount. What are you? You're on some kind of medications. Yeah, I don't know that much about it. Oh, or maybe you're talking about the ganja. Yeah, man, like I said, I'm a big advocate of that plant. I think it just got a bad rap. Like I said, people in Egyptian times knew that there was medicinal purposes, and if they knew it way back then, you know, uh, like I said, I don't even think they've scratched the surface on what that plant can do. Um, I could do it, but yes, putting more in the bank each payday that I spend, the company is still matching. Yeah, um, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I'm a big advocate of we're not guaranteed to wake up tomorrow morning. I hope everybody does. I hope I do. But I just we're not guaranteed. And no one is coming to me and say you're going to live to be 87 years old. I'd say okay, cool, works for me. But we're not we can't do that. And that's the thing that really bothers me because I mean some people like Bobby, he worked until he was 70 or something. He didn't collect his Social Security or anything, and um, now he does, of course. But he loved his work. It didn't bother him at all to go to work, and his wife wanted to keep working Jai, and as it worked out, they finally got out and they're happy they did. But man, I've been wanting to retire since I was 30 years old. I was like, and I almost did at 38. I think I talked about it the other day with the nightmare of a ex-wife that I had that had my kids. I almost did it. I was in mid-30s sometimes. I don't remember exactly, but I had the ability. I could have done it then. I would have still had to have a truck. I would have kept one truck. I had enough money to build a house out of pocket, buy the land out of pocket, and the horse facilities because she was into horses. And then I would have just put Dave's air conditioning and put on the phone, "Oh, I'm not here. Call Bill. I'm fishing." Whatever, and make a little extra money here and there, and I would have been fine. But I would have been fine without that. But that would have been the ice on the cake thing. Here in Thailand, you don't so much have that ability to do. I mean, you can do with work permits and all that, and you can do some online stuff. There's a lot of people out there looking. It's not a bunch of money, but at least you can make a little extra dough if you wanted to. Because I was almost thinking about it just out of boredom, giving me something to do. But I don't know. I kind of shot that in the ass. I don't really want. I don't really want to work. But I have ever since I was 30. It was just like can't wait till I retire. And it was just that ability because I've always gotten up at 5 o'clock in the morning, had my coffee, smoked my half a pack of cigarettes, took a shower, and beat feet and hit the street running and until I got home. And in the early days of HVAC, that was 12, 14, 16-hour days. Later on, when I was getting closer to retiring, when I took the operating engineer's job, the union job, which was the best thing I ever did. It was awesome. But it I don't know. They screwed me because when I started, 55 was the age I could retire. And then I think I've told you this before. Obama or whoever got in there said, "Oh, you guys, this one, you don't have enough in your retirement, and you got to do this and that." And they even had the balls to come on there and say, "We're going to move it to 65, but as soon as we can, we're going to change it back." Yeah, shut up. It's still 65. It ain't never going to change back. But that was always on my mind then. And then I got my knees are completely shot, bone on bone. My lower back, it's okay. I went up in front of the doctors for disability and disability Social Security, and everybody told me, "Oh, it's going to take you like 5 times, and you're never going to get it." And I went to the doctor, told him the truth. Here, do whatever you want. And the guy signed it off, and I was off running. And then I had an Affleck account, which helped. So an Affleck type account. It was through Cigna until I turned 65. But I don't know. I'm rambling, but I don't know. Like I said, it's just I always wanted that ability to wake up at 5 o'clock and go, nah, I think I'll roll over and go back to sleep and sleep another hour or two. Um, that was, some people, I guess, can go one way and say, "Oh, this is horrible. I don't like retirement." Boy, I didn't feel that at all. I liked it, especially being able to come to Thailand. As it turned out, I got to spend some time with my cousin who's gone now with Lou Gehrig's. Spent a couple of years with him, going back and forth from Bass Lake to the San Fernando Valley, and and then when it got to the point where he was completely dependent on somebody, I couldn't do that. I couldn't feed him or wipe his behind or anything like that. I just couldn't do it. But the Filipino man that I found was just freaking phenomenal. Man, I got lucky. He could man. Yeah, he was a little guy, and he could get my cousin out of the chair and into the shower, and I mean, he was fantastic. He was the one I started talking about Southeast Asia with back then. Um, and right after that, I went to Costa Rica, and I told you the story. I met the friend that I had made there. His friend came from Bangkok, been there for 2 years, and we were rapping. He was there for 2 weeks, and from then I knew I wanted to go. But him also saying, it's just like the United States. He said there's some places that are just absolutely gorgeous, and some places that are shitholes. The Philippines, and I still haven't went there. I still want to go there. Still a lot of traveling that I want to do. I need to be in better shape. I need to get my knees. I need to get something done with my knees. I need to lose 30 kilo and uh, and take better care of myself. Get back into exercising. Get and be someplace where I can fight through the pain or manage the pain in my knees. Be light enough to where I could, walk around and not, get rid of this stuff on my chest and all that kind of crap. So anyway, um, let's see. What did I miss? Did I miss anything? There's one of the guys. What's up, JR? Hope you're well. But yeah, they did. I still want to come your way. I got to get. I was just talking about it. I didn't see you in here. Um, let's see. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Oh wait, here's one. Do you have new safety cap on drinking bottles in Thailand? We have in Europe. It's not what that is. Visa overstay. Do you have a safety cap? I don't know. I don't understand that. So I see that in some of the writing there, something about traveling and overstay or over something. So I don't know if you can rewrite it. I'll try to decipher it better. Yeah, just like my wife went back this morning and looked at our cameras, and we had an old. We bought one of them big giant. Well, they're giant, but they're small fountain deals in Kolrat, and it was just a little deal. It's got a pan, and you put a little pump in it, and it's pretty big, I guess. It fell over. It was out of its thing. We haven't had it hooked up in years, and it fell over. And she went back at the time of the earthquake, and sure enough, it was. But I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel nothing. But like I said, I'm a Southern California guy, so I'm used to everything shaking, rocking, and rolling. So it probably, even if it was a 7 right here, I would have just, oh, okay, not a big deal. But I know that they have some people that passed away in that. Costa Rica, Mexico, Thailand. Um, I enjoyed Mexico, and I enjoyed Costa Rica. Uh, Costa Rica 20 years ago probably would have been way better. The one thing in Costa Rica, you can buy land and own it. Uh, they're pretty much the same um, climate as here. They're just on the other side of the world, same distance pretty much from the equator. So they have a wet season, a dry season. Their norm temperature is 90 to 100. Their humidity is 70 to 90. It's pretty much the same climate. The only thing, and I rented a big giant mansion, so that doesn't include on how much it costs. But after I stayed an extra couple of months, and I rented a 2-bedroom apartment condo type deal, 2 blocks from the beach for 500 a month US, and that included all the amenities, the beds and couches and sheets and dishes and pans and everything. It was fully furnished. So that part of it was. The food and liquor was the same way. The liquor was expensive, and the food, if you didn't eat their menu of rice and beans and bread and their food, um, if you wanted cocoa pebbles and Peter Pan peanut butter and crap like that, it would get pricey. But from where I've been, and I haven't been everywhere, uh, besides as far as the governments of the countries and the places that I've been to, Thailand hands down. Uh, no, I heard that Vietnam might be a little bit cheaper. Cambodia, I heard is might be a little bit cheaper. I don't know, but Colombia. But again, those aren't places that I would want to live, government wise and shit. So, but there are a lot of places. But out of those three, uh, definitely Thailand for sure. Um, let's see, 40% trying to redirect what illegitimate accounts. I bet. You know, I know years and years ago, the big scam, and I'm talking when I was a teenager, 18, 19, 20 years old. I ran into some older women and people, and they were making a fortune out of having babies. Okay. They'd have babies from 5, 6, 8, 10 husbands, and they had 10 social security numbers. They were living freaking high on the hog, man. They were making way more money than I was busting my ass 80 hours a week. Uh, and I know that they made it a lot harder since then to be able to get, bogus social security numbers and stuff. But I'm sure that they're going to find a bunch of people to that that are fraudulent, put it that way. And when they do find that money, maybe they will give the people some dough. I know there's a lot of people. I forget that one black congresswoman or senator woman. I don't know, what do you call a senator that's a woman? I guess you call her a senator. Uh, she got on there and actually said that, 5,000 isn't that much money, and we're not in the habit of giving money back to people. Shit, something to that effect. And I went, what the hell is she thinking? $5,000, I don't give a shit who you are, is a lot of money. I mean, you could damn near live a year here in Thailand on 5,000. So anyway, well, yeah, I'm sure that they will. Hey, Kenny, how you doing? Sumpit, hope you are well. I dig your pump. I like that pump setup. If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Kenny's got a good channel. He's chugging along and showing real good videos on life and the everyday life on the farm, on his farm. But I dig that pump setup. I like it. Oh, let's see. Hey, Al, how you doing? The weather and everyone drifts over 12 inch. So what? As soon as you left, an earthquake hit, huh? Is that? I guess it would be worse the other way around. As soon as you got here, Daz just got here. Maybe Daz was the one that brought the bad omens with him. But I know he just got here a couple days ago. You don't know her, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, out of those particular three, Patty, Thailand, Thailand, I know the best. It's gonna be 7 years in well, the end of this year. But yeah, man, time flies when you're having fun, I guess. But yeah, so for me, I'm probably not. I'm gonna try to go an hour. Like I said, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but I you're biting your tongue. Oh, somebody's watering outside. Must be my wife. Her day off. But yeah, so for me, I need to take better care of myself. I'm going to slow down on trying to rush shit and just take my time. I do need to get out there and make a video. I still owe you guys a video on the mushroom deal out there. My wife just got 200 more. The guy brought them over and he needed money and he sold them to her for 3 or 5 baht a piece or something. And he delivered them. The garage where the garage is going to be, the cover for the trailer, that has all been moved and raised up. And I'll do maybe I'll do a 10-minute video on everything over there on the property that we got going. I did have the solar man fix the water line and the plug-in for the trailer that the dogs tore up when they were chasing that snake out from underneath there. And it's looking good over there. So hopefully I've got a little bit of money coming out of a bank account that I kind of told my wife that I'm going to try to get the garage done because I planned on paying for the garage anyway. I didn't plan on her mom and dad or her money coming out of that to build the garage. So I might take that and do that because I need to move the crap out of the Thai style, my father-in-law, mother-in-law's house, and get everything out of there, paint it, clean it up, get it so she can get the most money for it. And then once we do that, then we can build the wall and build the house and all that. So, but if I get the garage, it won't be its original intent, but I'll at least be able to get my truck in there, and then we can store a bunch of the crap that they want to keep for their house in there and do that. So, but it's looking good. We've had quite a bit of rain on and off here, so I'm liking the pads settling in, and don't feel that weird about putting in at least some foundations for the garage, and then maybe even a slab for where the trailer is going to go. I got to pour all. I'm going to pour all the way out, so we'll see how much. We'll see how much that's all going to run. I'll do videos on it. Maybe I'll hire Kenny to come over, and he's better at it than I am. But he's right here, Bear Boy. Come here, come here, come on. Say hi to Jake. Say hi to Jake. There you go. He's a good boy. Hey, Lewis, how you doing? Hope you're well. Okay, yes, we have safety caps on medication. Is that what Patty was asking? Oh, okay. Now we have safety caps on plastic bottles in Europe. Do you have them in use? Is that what the for the medications? Is that what he's asking? Okay, well, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, you got another video on it? The last video, I thought you were done. You built the last video I saw was the cover over it. What I'm really looking forward to is this knockdown house, because I got to do something over here, and I'm trying to decide whether to just buy a knockdown house and have them put it in, or try to scrape the bottom of the jar and put in a cheap Thai style house. So I'm looking forward to that one. Never done. Did you already do the one on the the friend that you have there, or the subscriber that has the knockdown house? I'd like to know that. Cobus, how you doing? Morning to you. Going to do the knockdown house in about 30 minutes. You're going to look at it, or you're going to release it in 30 minutes? Either way, I'll keep it. I watch, when I get out here at 4, I check yours out, Chuck's out. There's about 5 or 6 people that I make sure that I try to watch. You're one of them, Kenny. I'm good. Back in Pattaya in May. Yeah, definitely, Lewis, for sure. I don't have anything going on. I did talk to my buddy, because the one that was supposed to come, and now we've rescheduled for November. My wife said that's the best time to come. And he had called me this morning, of course, like my other friends. You okay? What's going on? Him and his wife driving down the road in Phoenix. And so I said that I was on the phone with him for about an hour. And so he's coming. So pretty much I have Gino and his wife are going to come and pick up Caesar, the little puppy, in the first week or second week of May. But otherwise than that, I don't really have anything going on all through the whole year. So I'm definitely going to make it there. Go make the video. You won't see it until the 9th. Backlog. All right, Kenny, I'll look forward to it. Yeah, I'm just curious about the cost and what it looks like and that kind of stuff. How long it took to get and all that kind of crap. On soda bottles. For what reason? What is the safety cap for? To keep the tops on them? I don't understand. I'm having a hard time understanding, Betty. I did visit a knockdown house, been on site 2 years. To be truthful, quality wasn't good for the money bill. Yeah, I think that's probably the way that I'm going to end up doing it, Johnny. But I figured it can't hurt to look at something and get some prices, at least to put a budget in my mind. Like, it's going to cost me close to $200,000 to do the garage the way that I want to. I want a nice roll up automatic door and 6-inch concrete floors, a ceiling in there, air conditioning, workbenches. I want a lot of crap, plugs in the right place, electrical. So it'll be interesting. I didn't really want to spend that much money, but it looks like I've already saved. I've only paid $10,000 to have that thing moved, and so it would have cost me probably 30 or 40 to get it built. So I am saving. I am saving a little bit of dough, but I'm looking forward to getting that done, because it would be nice. Like I said, the only way that I can really work on anything is either right in the dead winter, like I did, and I just don't have the room here, but I had the kayak right outside the man cave. The way that I'm doing it, it's 21 or 22 feet wide. So my truck, I think, is 8 foot, 6 foot. I don't even know. I didn't measure it. 7 foot wide. So I'm going to have an area to pretty much have the 3 scooters in there, which can line up right down the middle. And I'll have a good work area to where if I want to build this trailer, I can roll it in there. I can turn the air conditioner on. I can get a rolling wheeled for fat people mechanic's chair, and I want to build that trailer. That's another reason why I don't really want to spend spend the least amount that I can on the garage, because my budget's $100,000 on the trailer, and I think that's going to be cool, and I think that kids, they don't even really know that they're going to have something they can use. Once I start it, I'll show it to them, and because of course we'll have to get the Suzuki, get a hitch put on it, and light, a plug and all that shit. But they'll have an absolute ball. So it'll be interesting. But just to do that, like I said, I'll never change oil and do that for 300 baht that I could spend and take it to Honda or whatever. If I was building something, if I found an old antique motorcycle of some kind that I wanted to to restore, then I would do that. But to actually do work on the scooters, it just, first of all, I'd like to, stimulate the economy a little bit, and the locals, and give them, give them almost all the work. And I've always been that way. Even wherever I moved, anything that I had done, I hired local people to do the work and stuff on the houses or whatever I was doing. So, it, but it would be nice. And that's my plan. I'll have a place to hang I've got one of those pulley systems to hang the kayak above the truck. That way I can just lower it down and strap it down and take off on my truck. And it'll be nice. The one thing that I miss, I think pretty not the most, but right up there in the top three, is a U.S. sort of style garage, with a workbench and, stools and that kind of stuff. And if it was back in the day, 20 or 30 beers in the refrigerator or a kegger, and 10 ashtrays, and, a smog hog. And anyway, we used to get pretty elaborate with our garages. But like I said, it would be nice to have a place to work on something like that trailer. And then, I am kind of interested in, you guys hear me talk all the time, of getting my Thai family into something that they can make money on. I think that if I can build this trailer for a reasonable amount, especially in the Thai's eyes, okay, as far as how much money they need to make, I think once I get it here and put it together, I think that if 2 or 3 Thai guys, or 2 guys probably, one could probably, not 2 guys, I think they could build the thing in 7 days, maybe 10 days, if they took their time and want it to be clean, of course. I think that if I had a trailer that could be pulled by a Forza, okay, by a scooter, that was big enough, tent camping, had air conditioner, had 500 watts of solar, had a 24 volt, at least 100 amp hour lithium ion battery, the chargers, all that stuff, plugs, lights, everything. It's not going to probably have a place for water in case you want to fill it up when you're at a campsite. But the thing is going to be the weight on this deal. I think 150,000 probably wouldn't be. I don't know what that is. Let me see. I think it's about $4,000 or $5,000 US dollars. But I know that if I had the ability, and it probably would be less than that, if I could build it for 100, and it only took them 7 days to build it, they'd be happy with 1,000 baht a day each. So to 20,000 and a little bit of a market, they can make 30,000, 40,000. Because I don't even know what that is. Let's say of 135,000, a selling price for it, times I think it's 34 now almost. It's 4,500. 4,500, is that right? That's supposed to be 135 divided by 34. 39,700. So 4,000 US dollars. I don't know, to be able to go around camping and have an air conditioner and everything on it. I don't know. I think it would be something that at least could be discussed afterwards. And the reason that I'm saying that is because I would finance it, of course, for them. But like, let's say somebody that knows, I'm the only one I can think of off the top of my head is Maui. Boy, yeah, I'd like to have one of those. Say, okay, then 50% down and 50% when deliver it. That way, pretty much get get the money to pay for all the material, and then their labor can wait in little parts. So what I'm saying is, you could actually sell them before you even bought the trailer to start building them. And hell, if they can build 2 of them a month, even, and make 30, 40,000 baht, 50,000, 60,000 baht, I would imagine they'd be on cloud 9 because, first off, they'd be able to build it in an air conditioned garage. And, and I would think it probably would go quicker than that. Once you got it down, yeah, I think in 7 days a week, you could build it. So you could build 4 of them a month. And if you made 30,000 on each one, great money, I'm sure. So we'll have to see. But anyway, I got off on a tangent. But that's the main reason. Hey, how you doing, Sammy? Hope everything's well. Let's see. What did you say here? Felt my first earthquake 3 years ago. Small one. Yeah. It's definitely something. It definitely is. And you can see a lot of the videos and stuff I see of the people, their eyes like, this big around. And you see the one in the, what is it called? The BART or the tram system in Bangkok flapping back and forth. I'm surprised there wasn't one of those on the track that just came off. All right, Cobus, you're probably already gone, but take it easy. I don't know what I missed. Bring for us here. Let's see. What did I miss again, Patty? Let's see. So you don't lose the plastic. So the tops don't come all the way off. They stay attached to the bottle or whatever. I'm gathering that's what it is. I haven't seen anything here like that. Okay, you got to get ready for that video. Everyone's all right, Kenny. Take it easy. Why you Americans need to have the hat on all times day round? I don't have to have it on all the time. I don't actually. When I go outside and when I'm in and out like I am in the morning, I put it on because I've got a bald head. And if I get that bald head in the 90 degrees, the sun here in Thailand, so we're real close to the equator, my whole head will be a giant blister within 20 minutes. So for me, that's why I do. Before it used to be, I just didn't like to be bald. Now I could care less. Don't really matter. I'm old and fat. My wife still loves me. Imagine that. I'm always here. So I was just talking and rambling about about building the trailer, but I am going to do that video. It's been 50 minutes. I'm going to go an hour probably. Like I said, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I will try to do, maybe not today, but tomorrow, a video on the mushrooms, the structures that are up, the one that's going to be a garage and one that's going to be the cover for the trailer, how we're going to lay out the property. I'll try to keep it under 10 minutes so people will actually be able to watch it. But I know a couple of people. I know that Jake was showing interest in the mushrooms. And you know who you need to talk to is Aaron in Texas. And if you could get a hold of Aaron grows mushrooms, amongst other things. So definitely, if you want more information on him, he's quite knowledgeable about it. My wife's doing a great job, but I just don't know that much about it. And me trying to get her on camera has been a joke, but I will try. So I will try to put a video out. With that, I got to put out more videos. I really do miss the editing and actually kind of miss the rambling because I can get rambling. It's just that I haven't been feeling the greatest, so I haven't wanted to do it. But I guess it's a good sign that I want to get out and do it. And like I said, hopefully I'm going to get it. I've ordered new food, different food. I got to stay away from the processed stuff. The stuff that really kills me is when I can go out and meet up with Bobby and Andrew and go over and have a hamburger once or twice a month isn't going to kill me. But going out and eating shit like that 4 or 5 times a week will kill me. So I need to come to that realization that I need to change my lifestyle. And like I said, I'm 68 years old. I got to eat Jack in the Box and Burger King and Noggles and every place, every fast food place in the world, my whole life pretty much. So now it's time to, okay, if you want to live a little bit longer, you're going to have to change that. And like I said, it was hard doing air conditioning, working 12, 14 hours, 16 hours a day, running. Like I said the other day, I never carried a bunch of cash with me. We did start having plastic in the early days, but a lot of places didn't take plastic. But when you're going down the road and you're trying to get everything done, it's 100+ degrees outside, and you can either sit down and be another hour later getting home and trying to eat something, or you can whip in a drive-through and McDonald's and get a Big Mac deal and a cheeseburger and a large drink for $1.50. I mean, it just, they wonder why people are obese or you have eating disorders. Because, or people that just don't have money. They're going to stop and spend, back then, let's say $6-7 for lunch, or they're going to spend $2, $2.50 back in the day. And same probably difference now. I don't know. I know that there seem to be getting expensive, because I know they're expensive here. To me, it's expensive when I go in and do the conversion on a Big Mac. And I'm going, holy crap. It seems kind of expensive, even at Subway. And they're getting rid of them, most of the Subways. But it was the good old days. Was that $5 foot long, man? I was in heaven then. That was probably the best that I ate. I would eat either turkey and that still had too much sodium back then. I couldn't do that now. I do, and I shouldn't, and I think it'll kill me. So one morning you'll get up and there'll be a flash on the screen where my wife hit the button that I told her to hit, and if you're watching this, I'm deader than a doornail. But I don't want to do that. I want to hang out. My wife wants me to hang out. Everybody pretty much wants me to hang out, and I think worth more to them dead than alive. So I guess it has to be honest, loving talk that my wife tells me. But I want to hang out for a while. I don't want to be, like I said, if I have to be in a wheelchair, as long as I've got my, that I've got the ability to not drool and talk occasionally, that's fine. But if I've got a diaper and my drool hanging out and I can't get out of bed and I can't walk and I'm a total, dependent on somebody, I don't want to put anybody through that. Although my wife would do it, no question. I asked her this morning because I talked to my buddy Louie about it, because he's on my case. You better take care of yourself. And I said, my wife wants me to live to be 100. So I re-verified it this morning when I went in. How old do you want me to live? 100? I said, okay. Probably ain't going to happen, but, if they could guarantee me late 80s right now, boy, I'd take it in a heartbeat. 20 more years, I'd be in heaven. Really cheap, are they, Justin? If I was vain, I guess I was vain. When I was younger, I didn't like losing my hair. I probably would do something about it. But now, the only one that's pretty much got to look at me is me and my wife are the two that I really care about. But we'll have to see. We changed time in Europe on the night into Sunday. We go 1 hour forward on Sunday. Yeah, they just did it in the States. Do they do it at the same time as the U.S.? I don't know if they do or not. I know everybody's been talking about getting rid of that daylight savings time ever since I could remember, ever since I would walk into school. Because that was one of the big things they said was, kids will have to go to school in the dark or something. I wouldn't have cared. People that would have had a less chance of seeing me smoking on the street when I was in grade school. U.S. went forward 1 hour. So, yeah, so it must be around the same time then, huh? Within 2 weeks of each other, it looks like. But, yeah, so the most part for me is I want to try to get, because believe it or not, it's hard for me to believe that people actually want to see me, what I do, sometimes. And it's, because I think about it, what the hell do people want to do? But you guys are the greatest, man. The core people that come and watch all the time, you're the best. You're always here. You always support my videos, even the views that I do get. You guys, you're awesome, put it that way. And I enjoy doing it. And like I said, unless I croak, I will do this until it's not fun anymore. But I do want to get some videos out because people do like to watch them. A couple people are interested in what's happening with the kayak, and the other stuff. So I know that I was kind of that way when I was looking at Thailand. I watched Chuck and Joe and Rob, 20 Seconds in Thailand. And I used to, hey, come on, man, you're supposed to put out 2 a week or one a week or whatever on his, because I was interested in Kamala. I really liked what I saw behind him with the camera. But I used to kind of Jones for, him walking around so I could see. And it was the same thing when I went to Costa Rica, man. I watched a lot of videos when I went there in Cocoa Beach. I knew where I was going when I hopped on my scooter, just from people doing, drive arounds and crap like that. So it does help. I know people are interested. Maybe not so much in Nissan or Surin, but some of the stuff that we do on here. So I will try to do more. Let's see how long. 57 minutes, and people are starting to drop off. So I think I'll go an hour. I'll go another 5 minutes or so. But that's pretty much what I have coming up. I'm hoping that if I can, I'm not pushing myself anymore. When I get to it, I get to it. But I'm not going to do something stupid and get the kayak out there by myself. But the kids, maybe next week, maybe I'll take them down there and just at least get it in the water. Definitely going to, if it floats, I'm definitely taking it to the week that we're going to be on the beach over in Chottenbury or whatever. I can never pronounce the thing over there, over by Ko Chang's here, and it's right over here, and Tarat is right in the center. So we're going over there. It's a Thai style resort. We got a little knockdown, 3 houses right on the beach, nothing between us and the beach, and then the resort goes in from there. So it'll be perfect. And as long as the weather's, I don't care about rain, that doesn't really matter. But if the weather's decent and no big giant waves or anything, I'll go out there and do some fishing. I got way too many fishing poles. I go off the deep end every time I do that. I just can't even go on without buying hooks or lures or something that I see that's new that I have no idea what these fish will even bite on, and I'm still buying shit. So I need to stop on that. But got that coming up, and then I will do that video on the on what the garage, what's up on the garage and the cover and the mushrooms and the land over there and how we're headed. And then maybe just do another video. I don't know. I'll find some content to do to get out. Most of my life is boring, but to some people, I guess. To me, it's freaking awesome. But I think that's it. So I'm here just chat because earthquake. All right, cool. But I think, yeah, it's 59 minutes. I really appreciate you guys and the people. We have one up. We're still above 2,700 subscribers. So it came up and held there. So we're headed in the right direction again. Most of the people are watching this after the fact or now or whatever. If you would subscribe, I'd appreciate it. I like to get to meet new people. One of my biggest things here is I had a wife that passed away of 30 years and thought pretty much my life was done. And that was 7 years ago almost. And here I am in Thailand, have a beautiful wife who I think she loves me. I believe she loves me, so that's all that matters. And then in my life, and you can't have a life, I guess, after that. So if have an uncle or you yourself and you don't want to put something in the chat, by all means, send me an email and I'll try to give you as much information as I can. But I'm living proof. And 5-6 years ago, if you'd have told me that this is the way that I am now is what was going to happen, I'd have told you you're full of shit. But it is possible, and it is a good life, and it is a better life than I could have in the States as far as monetarily. The dollar getting stretched way further here in Thailand. I'd like to hopefully meet new people. Get some people that are interested in that. And like I said, a lot of people. I know I wasn't big on typing shit in the chat because I'm not a very good typer for one thing. But you don't have to. No one will jump on you as long as you're you're good with your words and not nasty. You don't have to agree with me. That's never a thing. I'll never say I'm going to kick you out because you don't agree with me. As long as you're not respectful, I got no problem with anybody coming in. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? Was alone in Cancun. Was drunk. Trying to make it home. Slept 24 hours. Cancun was the last place that I went with her before she passed. We spent 10 days in a 5-star hotel. I can't remember the name of the hotel. It was awesome. It had grounds that were huge. We only left it once. When we went back in 2018, it wasn't the safest place in the world to be out running around. I didn't care. My wife was a little panicky. We went to one island out there off of that, and we rented a bike and motorbike and rode around. Had a great time. But we only left there 2 days out of the 10. But it was huge. They had like 6 or 8 specialty restaurants that you could only go to once, but like Italian, sushi, steakhouse. They had French. It was an awesome place, but it was huge. I mean, I didn't feel claustrophobic at all. But I liked Cancun and I liked Mexico. But like I said, for the dollar, for the money wise, Thailand's hands down, no doubt in my mind. Let's see. Dave doesn't have to kick anyone out. That's true, Brock. But it's been pretty good. Like I said, I just been a little under the weather. Otherwise, I mean, we got 17 people in here. And, maybe I'll hang out for a little while. I'm just like I said, a little under the weather. And I am limiting my intake of fluids. That's a big thing. And as far as what's going in and what's coming out, I've actually gotten that serious about it. So mainly because I feel a lot better when I'm doing that, when I'm watching what I'm eating, when I'm watching what I'm drinking, and that kind of thing. Luckily, I'm not a drinker, so I don't have to worry about mass quantities of alcohol going in my body. I can't even think when was the last time I had a drink. I don't even remember. But yeah, it was yeah, I did bring him there. I did tell him that it was you. I know you saw the video. But like I said, going there, meeting with Bobby and Jai, although Bobby and Jai, they try to sneak in there and don't tell me. Andrew is a nice enough guy that he'll tell me when they're going, and I'm just screwing with Bobby. Anyway, going there once or twice a month, I don't have a problem with. I can, that particular day, I won't eat any other thing with any kind of salt or anything on it, and I'll be fine. But I just have to think about it, because if I don't, I'll eat like a big breakfast, or whatever, and eat the wrong food, and then eat the wrong foods at lunch and eat the wrong foods at dinner. And now I've got a problem. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm staying with water for a few days. He just told you. Who did? Great to see you. I'll have a great weekend. All right, Scott. Let's see. Did I miss anything, or you guys are there and want to ask a question? Although we dropped down again, so I think I'm going to go. But I will do it again on Wednesday. I'm going to try to stick to the excuse me, the Wednesday and Saturday Thai days and Thai time of 8 a.m. in the morning. But I I will do that. I'll go take care of myself, see what my wife's up to, check and see what I've got. Not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna do a bunch today, but yeah. So I'm gonna go up here and click my little end stream button, and this will come down. And I want to thank everybody that does watch this channel and support me. You guys are the best, man. And anybody that's new that's watching, like I said, if you have any questions, you're not going to get bombarded or attacked or anything by asking a question in the chat. But if you don't feel comfortable doing that, by all means, send me an email. Give me a day or two. Sometimes I don't check my emails for a couple, 3 days, and I will get back. I try to get back to everybody. I do have to go in and answer questions. I haven't had a bunch of videos or comments. I try to answer all of those, but I'm behind, I think, now. Yeah, I have to every day, Brock. I think I've come to a couple of things. I looked at, of course, on YouTube, congestive heart failure, and the one thing one of the things was um, doing a little bit of exercise, and the more exercise I do, the better. And I just got to get over the breathing thing, and once I get that, I'll start a short walk up the street and back, and then increase it. Get to the gym, get on the bike, and the only good thing about the gym that I go to is air conditioned. I have a real problem with heat. They talked about that in a couple of the videos that I saw. Don't go out and do anything in extreme cold or extreme heat. Not good. So it, yeah, a lot of things. Oh, you are going today at 11? Is that what you said, Bobby? I'm guessing you're gonna go at 11. Andrew going or no? Questions, Bobby. Going to Junkies at 11. He invited you. I just saw that. I didn't see it back there. But yeah, I'll probably go over. I didn't. I All I had was scrambled eggs this morning, so I might do that. I might meet you up there, Bobby. Might take you up on that. I'll see how I feel. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna push anything anymore. I got to keep in my mind that I need to do the things I need to do and not be stupid. Andy said he was coming. Okay, cool. If I make it, I'll see you there. Thank you for the invite. A new Texan may come also. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I'll try to make it. I'll even ask my wife if she. Well, no, they're not big into American style food. They are going to barbecue tonight. The one right around the corner from me. The kids want to go. That's their favorite. All right, let me go back up here again. All right, I'm going to do it this time. Everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are in this great big globe of the world. And I will catch you on the next one.